Hello and welcome to BoI Weekly. It's the third week into the lockdown in Abuja, Lagos and Ogun states as Nigeria sustains its fight against the coronavirus pandemic. And as a result of fresh cases being reported in new locations, more states are effecting lockdowns in their territories as a way of curbing the spread. But as we stay at home and most work-related activities take the back seat, at least for non-essential workers, the question of what to eat remains on the front burner. Thankfully, essential workers like food producers are not on lockdown at this time. Neither is the Bank of Industry support for that sector. That's why today on the program, we bring you the BOI's intervention in Kummadi Farms, Nasarawa State, a major player in the hatchery, grow-out and feed production value chains of the catfish business. Kummadi Farms is a partnership between three gentlemen who realized early and smartly enough that paid employment had no room for them. I'm Kayode Alayande. Welcome to the program.
Have you ever imagined a time when you could apply for and get a loan from the comfort of your bedroom? Or prayed that the processing time was shorter? Well, it is now a reality with the fast and swift Bank of Industry real-time online loan application initiative.
The BOI online loan application portal is designed to deliver access and convenience to prospecting SME customers by ensuring that applicants need not have to physically visit the bank. Applicants simply have to submit all necessary documents via the online portal with the liberty to select their preferred BOI state office wherein their applications will be processed. How it works? Simply search the keyword Bank of Industry and download your mobile app from Play Store for Android users, BlackBerry App World for BlackBerry users, and Apple Store for iPhone users. Click on the Apply button. Click on Register to register your account. A verification link and tracking code will be sent to your registered email address. Click on the verification link to facilitate login. Once logged in, you can complete your application, submit and click on Continue to start tracking your loan application. An email will be sent to your email address confirming receipt of the application. With this initiative, BOI has reduced its loan application and processing turnaround time. Start applying for your loan right away. Bank of Industry, transforming Nigeria's industrial sector.
The Catfish Association of Nigeria, CAFAN, says Nigeria produced 370,000 metric tons of catfish in 2016. This is valued at about 175 billion naira. With this record, catfish farming contributes about 4.5% of Nigeria's gross domestic product (GDP), providing over 2 million jobs to Nigerians across the entire fish production value chain. Mustafa Kummadi, chief promoter of Kummadi Farms, is one of millions of Nigerian trained accountants who could not find jobs in paid employment several years back, but turned to catfish farming for fulfillment. Kummadi Farms is one of the latest beneficiaries of the Bank of Industry's intervention in aquaculture. The company has two farms, one at the chief promoter's backyard in Abuja. The main farm, a 3,000 square meter facility in Nasarawa State, houses their earthen ponds.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you. Welcome to Kummadi Farms.
I met him at the house in Abuja.
So at the backyard, I have the hatchery there.
Okay.
I have where I do some grow out here.
Okay.
And that is the smoking can.
Oh yeah, the smoking can.
Yeah. You can see some fishes in it.
All right.
This is the smoking cane. I've had the smoking cane for over 5 years.
So why are they so swollen?
They are big fishes, but with time, as the fire hits them, it will soften them and they get back to their shapes. Yeah, it won't keep remaining like this. you can feel water. You can see water dripping. Then here we'll have some tanks for grow out. Like this tank here, I selected some fishes from the farm so that I can grow them for parent stock again. I'm keeping this for the next 5 years. Then in this tank here, I have the female fish I used to hatch. I used her last week. So she's back here to gain back strength and energy before I return her to the pond. Here I have some grow outs too in these tanks. Some few grow outs. So you can see them, they are 2-3 months old. So in the next 4 weeks they will be ready. In the next 2-3 weeks they will be ready for harvest. This is the result from that female fish you saw earlier there. But this one, you know, they are almost 2 weeks. You know, you've seen the parent mother there, she's still resting. We have the broodstock. We have fishes of 7 years old.
7?
Yes, some 4 years old and 3 years old.
How long can a catfish live?
30 to 35 years. Yeah, they are mud fish. Well, I think I can pick some out so that you can have a clear look at a 7-year-old fish, right? These are 7 years old. Wow! Very heavy. Terrible. Wow, very heavy. This can weigh from like 8 kg to 10, if not above.
Kummadi Farms is a joint venture between 3 gentlemen, Mustafa Kummadi, Victor Essien, and Solomon Kolo. The following day, we left the city center in Abuja and headed for the farm in Nasarawa.
In this farm, we have about 27 ponds, and we have over 30,000 fishes right now for grow out.
Go and get more feed so that we can feed them and then see how they will feed. Please, give them some food.
Solomon Kolo is the third partner in the Kummadi Fish Farm joint venture. He's in charge of product distribution and logistics.
I'm in charge of moving the feed from the fish from the mill to the farm, and the fingerlings when they are hatched, and by the time they get to a fingerling, we just move them to the farm, stock the ponds in the farm with the fingerlings. So I'm in charge of all that, and if there's any need to get some medications, I do that runs too. We have a lot of farmers come to us to buy fingerlings, and we most of the time we help transport them to their farms, because it's not everybody that knows how to transport fish. You know, sometimes you just put them we usually transport them in the jerry cans, put a little bit of oil to help ease their stress in the course of transportation. So getting them to the farm, then we then empty them into their ponds, then we allow the farmers to take care of their fish. 90% of our customers in the city of Abuja, just few from the neighboring states like Nasarawa, Niger, and some come from Lokoja. It's not a seasonal business. Fish business is a continuous thing. You do it all year round. You stock 6 months after, you just keep stocking. You know, it's a continuous thing. You don't get to a point where you say, okay, well, right now let me just rest and then have a deep breath. No, you know, we that have hatcheries back home, as you are hatching and they're getting to a certain stage, you are hatching again, they're getting to a certain stage. As these ones are moving to the farm, those other ones are on the line. So you can see that it's a continuous thing. By the time this one, you've grown those out and then sold them out, you still have others coming up. If you don't have money, you don't venture into fish business. Because if you don't have a capital base to start with, you run into a whole lot of loss. And you must have knowledge of the fish farm. Let me give you an instance. There is a family friend of ours that had that there's a lot of money in fish business, and he decided to venture into it. And he didn't ask questions, and he didn't go learning more about fishing. And he decided to put in so much money into it, and he lost all his money. So if somebody asks him about fish business, he'll tell him, say, look, that is no-go area. But I can assure you, fish business is a good business if you understand the operation. The red flags are: one, you must be able to identify when the fish in your pond have problems. When you notice a little problem in your ponds, you should be able to quickly evacuate and treat the pond before you now restock those fishes. But if you ignore those little signs, you're going to run into a big time loss.
Have you ever imagined a time when you could apply for and get a loan from the comfort of your bedroom? Or prayed that the processing time was shorter? Well, it is now a reality with the fast and swift Bank of Industry real-time online loan application initiative.
The BoI online loan application portal is designed to deliver access and convenience to prospecting SME customers by ensuring that applicants need not have to physically visit the bank. Applicants simply have to submit all necessary documents via the online portal with the liberty to select their preferred BoI state office wherein their applications will be processed. How it works? Simply search the keyword Bank of Industry and download your mobile app from Play Store for Android users, BlackBerry App World for BlackBerry users, and Apple Store for iPhone users. Click on the Apply button. Click on Register to register your account. A verification link and tracking code will be sent to your registered email address. Click on the verification link to facilitate login. Once logged in, you can complete your application, submit, and click on Continue to start tracking your loan application. An email will be sent to your email address confirming receipt of the application. With this initiative, BoI has reduced its loan application and processing turnaround time. Start applying for your loan right away. Bank of Industry, transforming Nigeria's industrial sector.
Whilst we were there, we witnessed the harvesting of some of the fish to be used for breeding.
That fisherman, no allow your catch go.
Come on. It's coming here now. I tell myself there's still a giant guy in this place.
This guy is a governor in the
You can see this.
Now looking at this, you can see every part of its body, no injuries, the phallus rightly overlapped, and this is exactly what we want.
Wow. I think this should be weighing about 3 to 4 kg.
Yes, about 3 kg.
Over 3 kg anyway.
3.6, 3.7.
For Victor Essien, it was easy to turn his love and passion for fish into business.
I worked with a financial consultancy firm for some time. Then I realized that my passion is actually business, and farming came naturally to me because I liked fish farming. I am from Akwa Ibom State, and basically from the riverine area. My ancestors have always been fishermen, so it came naturally to me. So I love fishes, so I took up that and studied it because it has procedures like every other occupation. You have to understand the technicalities involved in the whole value chain, from fish production, fingerlings, your seed fish, and the feed, and up to where you package and brand and sell. That if you want to go that far, which it's very advisable for every farmer to do that, because that's where the money is. If you run the whole value chain, you don't run the risk of losing money along the process. So you get everything. Fisheries, it's a business that you can return for your internal rate of returns. You can get 40%. 40% IRR. It's high. For lack of appropriate or correct word, I would say extremely large, because if you look at the statistics, both from the FAO, from the Nigerian Agric Ministry, you realize that Nigeria is underfished. Up till now, Nigeria still imports fish. Now, you want to narrow it down to Abuja, where we reside. You realize also that most of the fish we consume in Abuja don't come from Abuja. I'd say what comes from Abuja is about less than 15% of what we consume. The southwest states like Lagos, Kwara, Ibadan, Oshun, every morning, Ibadan, they bring fish in tons, thousands of tons to the market here, Catfish market. So the market is quite huge. If you're producer in Abuja, you cut a lot of costs of having to bring your fish from distance, because you're close to the market. It's an advantage. So you make a lot of profit. Now you see, fish, like every other protein, is a necessity. You look at fish, fish is one of the cleanest protein you get. Now, you know, these days people try to avoid red meat, and then there are no cultural or religious barriers to eating fish. Be you a Christian, be you a traditionalist, be you a Muslim, you eat fish. So everybody eats fish. So now to the market, every household eats fish. Now Nigerians are jolly good people. When they want to hang out in the evenings, bars, restaurants, hotels, everybody wants fish. So the market is it's limitless. Every farmer has this problem, every Nigerian farmer. Volatility, yes, the fish business is volatile, because you know most people want to go into fishery without having the requisite knowledge, what it takes to farm fish. I would advise any potential farmer who takes an interest in fish farming to acquire the required knowledge. You need to go into the business, because like any other business, if you go in ill-informed, you run into troubles. And you know, like any business like poultry, agriculture generally, it's volatile. So, you know, you just have to have insurance, you have to have funds, perhaps you run into trouble. You don't just want to go in without sufficient funds. And that's what the Bank of Industry did for us. You know, got us funds that could keep us going even when we encounter problems, because definitely every business, at one point or the other, you could encounter problems.
Before we left the farm, the chief promoter, Mustafa Kummadi, told us about his journey with the Bank of Industry. He also emphasized the need for Nigerian youths to look inwards to find financial independence.
My experience is so fascinating. What an impossible thing I saw from the scratch turned out to be very possible. And plenty of people out there don't go to Bank of Industry because of what they hear from people. If you go to Bank of Industry today and you're not complete, definitely you shouldn't expect anything from them. Definitely you don't expect anything from them. But when you meet their standards,
they disburse to you. Once you meet their standard, you're good to go. I got 10 million naira fund from Bank of Industry. But you know, like we all know, Bank of Industry don't give you money. They buy you your equipment. I got generators, I got pumping machines, I got hose, I got fish feed, and I got 6 collapsible ponds from Bank of Industry. So I think with all those things, I'm very good to go. From what you can see, I have results. My market is in Abuja here for the grow out fish. But I have market outside Nigeria for my smoked fish. Because as we all know, maybe people don't know, every day fishes are being brought from Ibadan every morning to Abuja. So no matter how big and how big your farm is, your supply cannot meet the demand of the fish in Abuja here right now. Because every day fishes are being brought from Ibadan to fish market here in Life Camp. So the market is so large that everybody can definitely venture into it. The market is so big, very big. You see, like the fish meal. Right now I'm working on cutting feeding of fish from 100% to like 60%. I'm working on that right now because actually the feeds are very expensive. So now we are producing our own feed so that we can break even. You can grow your fishes in 4 months. So this market of the mill is a different market. Outsiders can come and take feed from me. They can buy in bulk from me and go out and sell. It's a market. There's the hatchery. The hatching is the catch. That's where the main money is, the hatching, because you hatch fish, you don't feed them for long and you sell. You feed them for 3-4 weeks and you sell. So we have people that come, second-hand people that come to take these fingerlings from us and sell to the third-hand people. So there's still businesses there to do. Then the grow out, the table size. We have people that come to the farm because we don't take fish outside. It's not our business. We just grow it to the table size. They come pick, go out there, sell to the third party, and so on, till it gets to the gardens, the hotels. So you can see there are a lot of businesses there in the fish chain business. Those pitched stone you're saying avoid the ponds from collapsing. And the full earthen pond you see me leave in the farm, I stock the brood stock, the parent fish inside, because they are not much, they are few. So I'm not worried about the ponds collapsing. But the pitched stone avoids erosion and other stuff in case of rain, and so that's why the stones are there.
The Bank of Industry is serious about enhancing food production in Nigeria, and it has various funds and products through which it supports entrepreneurs in the agricultural sector. Some of these products include the Cassava Bread Fund, Cottage Agro Processing Fund, otherwise known as CAP Fund, National Program on Food Security, Fish Farming and Processing, as well as the Meat Production and Processing Products Program. Others include Rice and Cassava Intervention Fund, Sugar Development Council Fund, and Agro Mechanization Fund, just to name a few. If you're into agribusiness, visit the Bank of Industry's website today at boi.ng and see what opportunities lie there for you. With the Bank of Industry, you can apply for loans online. Just download the BoI SME Loan app from the Google Play Store and follow the instructions. For further information, feel free to tweet at me at KAY The previous editions of the program are all available on youtube.com. All you have to do is type BOI Weekly in the search area, and there you go. That will be our package for today. Many thanks for watching. I'm Kayode Alayande. keep safe.